Good evening, my fellow gardeners. This is Lisa with Aiden's Garden, and in today's video, I'm going to uppot my peppermint and spearmint plants. You can see it's outgrowing this pot, and I'm going to repot it in this container here. Now, the mixture that I use different mixture. I use what I have to make a potting soil, even though I do have a few bags of regular potting soil, but I have other bags of soil, which is, it says garden soil, which is ground soil, which is too heavy to be a potting soil. So in this bag here is a garden soil, and it feeds up to 4 months, and this bag was $4.50. You can see this bag was $4.50. This bag here is a thing of garden soil, and this one feeds up to 9 months. This bag was given to me, and when I was in Lowe's, I checked the price, and it was $7, and I think it was $7.48. But I also have some perlite. This is help you with the drainage. You see the little white beads that you'll be seeing in your regular potting soil. And now some ground soil will have it, but not as much. And this here, it is a bag of garden soil, but it's soil mixed with seed starter. And I got this from Roses. This came from Lowe's. This was like $4.98, might as well say $5. This here is container peat moss that help with the moisture. This bag was $8 some change, rounded off to $9. That helps with moisture, and of course this helps with the drainage. And of course I'm going to add some organic humus and manure to my mixture as well. This is pretty much what I use when I'm making my own potting soil, if I don't have any. I mean, with this container here, it's going to take a whole lot. So what's in here is what I had left in there. Like I said, I have bags that have a little bit of soil here. So I'm just going to take it all, what I have left, and just mix it all together to make my own potting soil, even though I have a bag. Hopefully when it's time for me to take this out the pot, that I can do this one-handed. But we'll see. Now, I don't know anything about all that editing on videos and stuff like that. I haven't gotten to that point. But you can see here's the... So when you get your soil, especially if you're, making potting soil, you still want to go through your soil to get out these big pieces that's in your soil. I know it'd be easier if I just pick the bag up and dump it. But I like to do it a little bit at a time so I can work my soil, so I can take out the big pieces versus trying to have it all in the container. And picking through the soil. And plus I like to do it like this, so to me it's easier to halfway it, so you be able to mix it all together well versus pouring one, then another, and then another, and trying to mix it all together to make it even. So I just do it in parts. Because I like to go through my soil and, roughly try to get out some big pieces. Not too many. I mean, these like medium-sized pieces, not too big. But for the camera purposes, I'm not going to really pick through all that. But if I wasn't on doing a video, I would, actually take my time and really go through the soil. Yes, it is kind of like I said, it's late. I mean, it's maybe about, I think it's about what, 9 o'clock, I think. Or it's around 8. I'm not even quite sure what the time it is, guys. But I know I'm in Richmond, Virginia, Zone 7, and it was hot today. I believe we got up until the 90s. I came outside to get something. I was going to do something. I walked right back in the house. I'm like, it is too hot out here to be doing anything. And I was like, I was going to wait until later on this evening to try to get some, before it started to get dark. But it's okay because it's much cooler. Not real cool, but it's much nicer than it was earlier. And for some odd reason, I like being out in the garden at night. I like to be on my deck doing stuff at night. Just to be on the deck, listening to nature. And that's when I can see my fellow frogs. They scare me every time I go out there, be doing something. I see something move and I jump. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, look, y'all need to stop doing that. Y'all need to croak, ribbit, do something to let me know that you here. You scaring me like that. See how you gonna go through your soul? And I don't know what that could have been. Should have just took it out. And just break it up. Because, guys, I have found, like I said, rocks to be in your soil. Big pieces of chunks of wood. I have picked out big pieces of chunks of wood. I have picked out rocks. Let's bring over the peat moss. And yes, even though the peat moss was like, might as well go ahead and say $9 for evening out. I've had this bag for about a month now, and I do have a lot of containers, and I do have in-ground garden as well. But I have a lot of container, and this bag has last. I think I've had it, like I said, for about a month now, and it really doesn't take much. I mean, like I said, that's why I do it in parts. Let's see, I think that was 2. I'm gonna go ahead and do 3. You can see how it is. It's nice and fluffy, and for some reason it smells so good. It smells really good. And I haven't, as you can see, guys, I haven't even added in the manure, the organic hummus and the manure. I haven't used that brand before. I have used in a different brand. I have used compost with cow manure. But the Walmarts, even though I can go to Lowe's and probably Home Depot, but I'm not gonna say I'm a Walmart person, but I am a Walmart person. I like to go to one place to get everything. And plus their cow manure compost soil was a little bit cheaper than what I can get out of Lowe's. Go ahead and add the hummus and manure, as you can see. I never used it before, but like I said, I never used it before, but it seems like everything is doing well with the mixture that I use. So you just find what works for you. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money to have a container garden. I always hear, what you put in your garden, will return to you. I might have said that wrong. But you don't have to spend like a whole lot of money. You don't want to break the bank, on soil. Purchase whatever soil you want to purchase. I like Miracle Grow, but I can't afford a Miracle Grow. Even though this size bag of Miracle Grow is roughly the same price as this. But like I said, I've had this for over a month. And I still have this much left in here. And even when I put stuff out of my garden, I still take a mixture of everything. When I dig my hole for, when I put my stuff in the ground, I still make a mixture similar to this. And I plant my plants in. And then after I put my plants in, I take the regular soil that's in the ground and another, few handful of this. And I plant. I don't have a whole lot of money to be feeding the whole section of the garden that I'm not going to use. And I had to learn that because when I, dug up the area that I have my garden in, I was putting soil all over. Then I have to realize I'm not using this whole entire space because I have to walk through in order to get to my plants to be able to harvest. So I'm like, why am I putting everything all over? Only just put it in the section that I'm going to use. I'm going to take the soil up around the line. So this is, and I didn't even add the other. So maybe when I add this one here, it's going to take me where I need to be. Oh no. We can't waste you. I grabbed it wrong. That's all right, on a little bit that fell out. It's okay. And you can see, now this is the potting soil mixture here. That's already in the bag mixed. And this is my mixture over this side. This is my mixture. This is the potting soil mixture that came out the bag that I just poured. As you can see, out the bag that I'm pouring, you see this is my mixture, and this is the bag mixture. Let's see, that might be. Well, let's go ahead with this. Dump it all and just mix it all together. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is continuing on being safe out here. Do your social distancing. It's taking me up. Well, I'm still going to use the soil that is. Add some more peat moss. And I'm going to add some more perlite. Yeah, it's like I'm out here in the front. So, I have to keep a lookout because, I have deers. They do come out during the day, but they also come out at night as well. All right, guys. Just like this is mixed up enough. Some nice potting soil. See, you can squeeze it and it doesn't, clumps together. Like I said, even though I'm using gardening soil, which is in-ground soil, I've added some peat moss and some perlite to it. The perlite helps with drainage, and the peat moss helps with moisture. Okay, guys, let's see if I can take this plant out, this pot with one hand. Like I said, this is my peppermint. She's just taking over this pot. Look at her. I mean, she's really around in this container. And she is super dry. Like I said, today was 90 degrees. I did water her. Look at the root. So yes, she was root bound. Don't have that much space, but I don't want to put her in the ground because I know mint is invasive. That smells so good. So they're gonna most likely take over this container. Let's see. I'm trying to do this with one hand, and I think I'm not going to be able to do it with one hand. Oh, are we going to have any room to put my spearmints? We're going to make it work, you guys. I might have to end the video and then bring it back another video to show you my finished product. Like I said, because I don't know anything about editing. So I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to come back with another video to show you my finished product. And I want to thank you for watching my video. Please click that like and subscribe button. As always, be blessed, stay safe. Much love to you.